welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello, hi bestie, hello, hi cutie. Join the besties gang simply by subscribing. Let's give you a moment. Let's give you a second. Period. And if you're returning, hello, hi bestie, hello, hi cutie. As you already know, it's just way too much fun here. And today it's gonna get real educational, like it's gonna get real informative. So like grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab your notepad, grab your laptop, whatever it is you use, grab it, because girl, I'm dropping all the wisdom, all the gems, period. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of the gems and tools that you need to break into the industry and become a professional actor or actress. This really comes from me as a response from so many people really asking, like, how do I become an actor? How do I become an actress? I want to be on TV, girl. How do I do it? Like, I am talented, I'm passionate about acting. How do I do it? How do I find an agent? How do I join agencies and all of that? Like, I'm trying to answer all of those questions. There's obviously still so much to learn within acting. There's so much that we can still dive into: audition tips, self-tapes, set, breaking down scripts, this and that and that. So let me know if you guys want me to make this a series and give you guys tips on acting as a whole. But yeah, this one is really just going to be like a very basic guideline on how to really start your career as a professional actor or actress, right? Huge disclaimer. This is really going to be me sharing from my own personal experiences and from my own research and knowledge and experience, really being in the industry for over 5 years as an actress. But I do recommend that you also go and do your own research and find out information for yourself as well. But I'm really hoping that this video will also be sort of a foundation. This video for me also, like, I needed to shoot it now because one, it is the season for agencies, for most agencies, to take in new people because it's January, and like most workplaces, they are usually taking in new recruits during this time. So I really recommend for you to apply during this time. And two, I was also doing that staff applications for my mom for an agency, and then I started to think, actually so many people don't know this information and what they need and the requirements and documents and all of that, right? And I even searched on YouTube, you guys. I literally said how to become an actor in South Africa, and I swear to you, I only got one YouTube video. So I'm really hoping that this video can be impactful and that you guys learn a thing or two. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. Count it down in 3, 2, 1, action! Okay, cool. So I thought I'd start this video by sharing just my own personal journey as an actor. So for me, as most of you guys know, my journey in this industry started through poetry after I won SA's Got Talent. That was my big break into the industry. But I always say, for me, I have always said that I'm a multi-dimensional storyteller. So most people, obviously I was introduced through poetry, but on the side I was a dancer. I've always been a writer. I've always been an actor, an actress at heart. I mean, maybe I didn't really know the formal term for it, but I knew that I loved recreating. Like, I would watch scenes happening and then recreate them in the mirror, or create my own stories and create my own scenes and monologues, and really just be there at home in the mirror performing, sometimes for my family, you know. But yeah, SA's Got Talent became my big break. And I remember the first acting gig I had actually was, I think, 2 years after SA's Got Talent. I was on an ETV Ekasi Our Stories called Madibuseng. Oh my word, I was so young, and I mean, the only thing that I knew about acting was from like watching your soapies and all of that. But yeah, it was really a fun experience. I might have been overacting in the show. I'm like, oh my gosh, cringe now. But it was really an incredible experience. And it was from that experience that I was like, I like this new world as well. Okay, I'm interested in this new world. And then when I went to high school, I was really privileged to be able to go to an incredible high school, and one of the things that they had there was drama, and they really had a strong drama department, like a very resourceful drama department. So I studied drama as a subject, and then I also did like the drama club after school and all of that, right? And through drama as the subject, I then was able to learn about like the theory part, right? The different acting methods and the acting practitioners and this and that. And that for me was really the foundations of understanding acting. And then also through drama we got to do the practical work, so we would have showcases and performances. We used to do so many theaters and plays. I remember even in grade 8 I was in the lead production. I was the lead in the production, and I enjoyed that world. I enjoyed tapping into these different characters. I still think theater is my first love. I mean, I do screen now, but I really think I love theater, man, because with theater, it's like you journey with the audience, right? But yeah, absolutely love drama. I gotta say so myself, I think I excelled at drama. I mean, I left with a distinction in drama. Like, I absolutely loved it. So that was it for me. That was the foundational training that I got, and I was so grateful for that. I managed to understand the fundamentals of it, and then at the same time I got to be able to act professionally, right? And this story is a bit of a funny one. So how it happened is my mom used to pick me up after school, and in this one afternoon she needed to rush to an agency that she was signing up for and everything. So she was meeting the head agent and everything, so she took me along because she picks me up after school. And there I was, really sitting on the couch. She's talking to the head agent. So there I was, blabbing, and they're like, who's that kid? Can we sign you and the kid too? So that's really how it happened. I ended up being signed up to this agency, and a week later I got the audition brief for Scandal. I always say, for me, I really feel like it's divine intervention, and that's also another thing. Like, what is meant for you will never ever miss you, right? God will always ordain the steps, because I have always wanted, like, we used to watch Scandal and Skim Sam Kochai, and I would dream of being on Scandal, Rhythm City and Skim Sam. And so for me, it was just like, it was an answered prayer, and the way it worked out, it was like, that's God. I wasn't even meant to be at that agent thingy. That was my mom's thing. And then a week later, a brief for a show I've dreamt of and prayed of comes through. So that's how it happened. And then from Scandal, I was then able to do so many other films. I've done tons of Mzansi Magic films. I've done a film for cinema, Sterkino Core Prestige. I've done a film on Showmax. I've done short films for different film festivals. So yeah, that's really it for me. And I'm still in this journey. I'm still learning. There's still so much I want to do, so many shows I want to be on, so many characters I want to step into, and I'm still learning. So yeah, that's a bit about me and my acting journey. Still learning. I currently also moved away from that first initial agency that I had, and I'm now in a new agency. So I've done the process as well of applying for an agency and everything. So yeah, let's get into the tools and all that you need to become an actor, darling. Okay, so the first thing for me, I would say, is training. I do want to say that I highly recommend getting some sort of training. It is not a requirement. I mean, there's certain people that have broke into the industry without any sort of formal training whatsoever. There's certain agencies that don't require formal training, but I'm just saying that if you're able to do it, then I would strongly recommend it. Firstly, this could be through doing an actual formal degree. So doing like a BA in performing arts or BA in dramatic arts, and this can really be from any institution, FITS, UJ, AVDA, whatever institution that you find, you can do that. I do know that obviously not everyone has the funds and the access to be able to study like a degree in obviously our current economic climate. I do understand that. I really think though that if you're not able to then study a degree, there's many other options, and I'm gonna tell you about those because I didn't study a formal degree. I did study a BA in motion picture, but I studied the behind the scenes work. So I didn't study a formal degree in acting, but there's so many other stuff that I did to be able to train, right? So the first thing I'm gonna recommend, and this one you have no excuse for because girl, it is free. If you're watching me here, then it means you're able to watch that, right? YouTube. There's so many acting coaches on YouTube, acting tips on YouTube. I've watched many videos about like breaking down scripts and this and that on YouTube, how to tap into emotions, how to de-roll. That information is all accessible to you, right? So that information is there and it's free. So if you're not able to get formal education and training, go onto YouTube, right? Another way you're able to train your acting muscle is by doing monologues. And that also you can get via the internet. And even after you have become a professional or signed actor, you still need to continue training that acting muscle. To this day, I still do monologues. So you find various monologues online. I mean, you literally just need to search drama monologues, comedic monologues, what are monologues, and you find them. Try them out, guys. Shoot them. Look at yourself. Evaluate your performance. If there's someone you trust, let them also critique and keep working at it. So that for me is also part of training that acting muscle. There's also 3 short courses that you can do, right? So if you're not able to maybe afford like varsity, but you're able to maybe afford a short course, I would really recommend. I did a short course last year and honestly, it was game changing. I did an acting course and I'm going to give you guys some of the schools. Also, if I look there, don't mind me, I wrote down some notes, so I'm just referencing. So I did a course with Actor Spaces Academy. Please check out Actor Spaces. Firstly, because if you go on the Actor Spaces website, they've got a section called Actor Tools. They give you everything: audition tips, how to train your acting muscle, books you should be reading as an actor, everything, right? But yeah, they also have an academy and they have a 4-month long course, right? And with the course, you're able to break down, I mean, it's a biggish figure, but you're able to break it down into these 4 months. It's really worthwhile. I would highly recommend it. If you speak to any alumni of Actor Spaces, they will definitely tell you that it's worthwhile. Also, it's so beautiful to be able to build community. I think that's one thing I love about being able to go into training and acting classes, is you build community. And also, guys, remember training, right? You can have the gift and the talent, but it's about developing the skill and the technique and the technicalities to acting, right? Understanding these different acting methods, knowing how to break down a script, how to step into a character, how to de-roll, improvisation. Also, it also helps you because they give you different like resources and scripts to learn in these acting classes. So it's also training the muscle, memorization, because you could have 12 scenes in a day and you have to memorize all those lines. Also, you're able to start getting the experience of acting in front of strangers, which is quite hard. I mean, you can act in your room, girl, but you need to be able to also act in front of strangers, because when you're on set, behind what's happening and what you guys see, there's about 30 people, sound department, this and this, all watching, right? So I can't stress it enough. Training. But yes, here are some places that I found that I really think are reputable for you to check out. So you can do a short course with Actor Spaces Academy, Star Quality Creative Arts College, which I think is great as well. It's a 12-week acting course, and it's great because it was started and founded by the Star Quality Management, which is another reputable agency. So I think they've got the skills, and I mean, obviously being a part of the Arts Academy does not ensure that you'll get into the agency, but I do think it's a great way to put yourself out there and, you know, connect with the owners of the agency and be like, you know, what's up? So yeah, Star Quality Creative Arts College. And the last one that I know of is the Market Theatre Lab. I'm even looking forward to doing one of the part-time acting courses with the Market Theatre this year. So yeah, those are some of the places you can go for short courses. And then obviously another one that's really, I feel, affordable, right after YouTube being free, is definitely acting workshops, where you've got your one-day workshops, and those are usually at a smaller and a fee for the day, but they're really intensive workshops. Those come and go, so it's quite hard to recommend. The one that I know that does like once consistently is KTL Foundation. So go check them out as well, really amazing. And yeah, and then the last way to obviously get training is through private acting tutors. There are people online that offer skills. Some people do like 200 rand an hour. Really find someone who is experienced or who has some sort of knowledge about acting to train you if you're able to afford it. Okay, so now you've gotten some sort of training and you've worked on developing your skill, right? Now what's next? So I would recommend step 2 to be headshots. So besties, go and get your headshots done, please, please, please. If you're able to, I would recommend getting your headshots shot by a professional photographer. I do know that that can obviously be costly and not everyone can afford it, but I do think it's one of those things that are really an investment. And you know what, sometimes you do your headshots and you can like keep the same headshots for at least another year or two, so it really is a bit of a long-term investment, right? A headshot is really defined as a photograph of a person's face and shoulders, so it'd be somewhere round about here. You'd have a headshot. Sometimes also most people, we still do the headshots being just right above the waist. I'll also insert references of some headshots and my own headshots as well, so you guys can see. I would really recommend that you invest in really good headshots. If you're not able to obviously afford a photographer, a professional photographer, then you are able to shoot your headshots at home. But guys, make sure that you shoot against like a plain background. Let it be white, let it be gray, let it be beige. Don't have busy background. Oscar, it's a background. Look and what's the king, the cat in it. Please, guys, try and find a neutral background to take your image, okay? And also, so many casting directors speak about this, guys. Please don't do the headshots with a filter. Don't send headshots with a filter. What's again, dog ears, you look distorted, you look blurry. Let them look like let them be able to see you, Sana, and get a sense of your appearance and like how you look, right? So firstly, you're going to need your headshots to apply for an agency. So you definitely need to get that done. But also, once you've joined an agency, headshots also act as the first point really between you as an actor and a casting director. Sometimes, most times actually with agents, they'll send your headshots and your like resume and everything to a casting director, and the casting director will select. So you do want to make a positive impression with your headshots so that they're able to see, okay, does this person fit the look we're trying to go for this role? Because, you know, they've imagined a certain person. If you're applying for someone that looks 16, they can see, okay, Botlhale someone about 16, so okay. But yeah, let me stop rambling. Go and get headshots. They're really essential and they are a worthwhile investment for your career. Now, once you have your headshots done, step number 3 is creating your acting CV or profile, right? Like going to apply for a job, Sana, especially for the first time. Right now, when you guys are going to be approaching like agencies for the first time, I would highly recommend having a bit of a profile or CV done, right? So here's a bit of a little structure that I wrote. You guys can also check out online. So many people have templates for acting CVs and profiles. You can look at other people's acting profiles or CVs through their agencies. Like if you literally go on my agency's website, you can see all the other actors' profiles and CVs. So you can also do your own research. But these are some of the things that I feel like you might want to have in there. Obviously your name, ethnicity, your sex, languages, and guys, this one is important because sometimes we see languages and but guys, really put languages that you can't speak fluently, because you're going to then get an audition brief and then and they can tell. So don't do that. Write the ones that you can fluently speak. So languages, then you put your height, you put your weight. Some people put hair color, eye color, you can put that as well. And then put your contact details. I would recommend putting your email just because that's professional. And then you can also put additional talents, right? Especially if maybe you have no like professional acting experience. You can put additional talents so they can see, oh man. There's also, actually, whether you have experience or not, it's quite important. So they can see that you've got other things to offer, right? Because sometimes I've gotten even briefs from my acting agent for presenting and stuff, because they've seen that you have that, right? So you can put presenting, voiceover work, poetry. You never know, maybe the role will require dancing, maybe the role can be of a dancer. And so they now know, okay, so this one can dance and act, perfection. So add any additional talent. And then the next thing you're going to add is then your training, guys. Remember what I said? So this is really your short courses, your the degree, you add them all there. Actor spaces, on cue interface, this, that, you put it all there. And then next, if you do have, then you add your experience. So with experience, I would recommend splitting it into screen and theater. So you write anything screen related, which is TV or film, and then theater related, any theater work. And you put it together. Guys, make it nice, line it all up, let it look professional, and that's going to be the CV that you send to an agent. Also, once you're signed with an agency, most agencies will then also compile a profile for you. So this one is really just to show them, knock on the door. They're going to compile their own one that most of them put up on their website, and all of that to market you as an actor. And the final step that you need to have beforehand, step number 4, I believe, is a show reel. So I think the simplest way to describe what a show reel is like the video version of your CV. It's a video profile, right? So show reel, an acting show reel, because show reels, you can have a director's show reel, whatever. An acting show reel is like a putting together and compiling some of your best acting work. So it's like to showcase your best acting work. So you've got different scenes from shows that you've done and you put them together. It doesn't become a long video. Literally you make it like 1 to 2 minutes max. Because most of the times you want that to be seen by an agent or casting director, and most of the times you want to just grab their attention. They don't want to watch things for long. They probably have tons and tons of other shows to go through, so it needs to be punchy and to the point. If you don't have experience, don't panic, girl, don't panic. And you're not able to obviously compile like footage from different shows or things that you've acted in, what I would recommend is for you to create your own show reel by doing different monologues. So look at your favorite scenes, look at your favorite TV shows, films, movies, and the roles that you feel like would best showcase your abilities, and then have different monologues. So have a happy one, have a comedic one, have a dramatic one, have one maybe where it's sad, one where it's angry, this and that, and then compile all of those together to make a show reel. But with some agencies, they will actually just tell you to maybe shoot a monologue. That's also something you can do if you don't want to create a show reel. You can just shoot a 1 to 2 minute monologue. but make sure that the monologue you choose is one that showcases your abilities best, guys. Like if you know na bona enga why sharp, okay. I'm kidding, but yeah, find a monologue that, what's the word, English yang tabela, man, but that really just lets your talent shine, you know. There are tons of monologues online, tons and tons and tons. Create a monologue so you're able to share that when applying. Then the most important step, after you have your training, you have your headshots, you've done your acting CV, you've done your show reel or your monologue, is then finding an agency. How do you find an agent? How do you find an agency? How do you join an agency? So for me, the first thing that most people actually within the South African industry will recommend is a site called PMA, which is Personal Managers Association. That's what it is. I'm gonna put the link in my description box, but it's the pma.co.za. So if you go onto that site, there's some drop down thing that says artists and agents listing, and it will give you a list of some of SA's reputable agencies, right? And also part of that list, they also give you their contact details. So it's usually the contact details of the head agent or whatever. I really recommend for you guys to check out PMA. They've got the reputable agencies in South Africa. Go check them out. Here are some of my agency recommendations. I'm going to try to say this slowly for you guys to also check out. Some of them are on PMA. Some of them aren't part of it, but they're also really reputable. Canvas Cam, which is the agency that I'm a part of. So, period. Canvas Cam, Artist Connection, Elysian Management, OSM Talent, Gyno, Legends, Star Quality, Contractors, MLA, Thespians, iMedia, Talent, ETC, Trinity, and Mitlaring. You're gonna go either on the PMA website or pick some of the ones that I told you. I'd recommend picking a couple, maybe 4 or 5 that you feel like, okay. And then once you've picked that 4 or 5, then do your research, baby. Do your own research. Go, most of these agencies have a website. Most of the reputable agencies have a website. Go onto their website, look at who they are, look at their beliefs, look at the people they represent, the work that they've done. Because now you can also then get a sense of, okay, I love these ones. I love this artist and the work she's done. Oh, I saw this person on this show, so it means they're doing this recently. You know what I'm saying? So do your own research to obviously see which agency you're leaning more towards. The ideals, the founders, the head agents, the artists they represent. And for me, I always say as well, pray about it. Pray for God to place you in the right place, where He will be able to bring opportunities your way through those people, right? So prayer and doing your own research. Pick a couple and look at them. Also look at their social media. I mean, 21st century besties, you can literally look at the agency social media pages, see what they're doing, see what the artists are doing, who the artists are, you know, that the agency represents. And then once you have all of that, on PMA you can get the contacts. On some of the ones that I mentioned, I think all of them actually have social media accounts on social media, and they have websites. And on websites they all have contact details, so they have emails. I would then recommend grabbing the email and then you email your agency, the agency that you'd like to be represented by. Also there you can shoot your shot at 3 to stand better chances and all of that. It doesn't matter. So when you shoot your shot, let's remember professionalism. Right from the start, good day, good morning, trust you're well, hope you're well, kind regards, looking forward to a positive response, all the email etiquette you can think of. Girl, practice it. So you let them know who you are. Like, I'm Botlhale Boikanyo, I'm a passionate thingy, I'm trained, I'm this. and I would really love the opportunity to be represented by your agency. Please find below my resume, my show reel, my what, and then you attach your headshots, you attach what we spoke about, your CV, your show reel, or your monologue, right? And that's really it. To be a professional actor, not just in this country, every other country, maybe it looks different, but you need an agent, a manager, something, because agents are the ones that then get audition briefs and they send you for different auditions. If you fit the brief, if you're selected for that audition or that casting, it all comes from agents, or being part of an agency. Like I said, all of these things are it's not set in stone. Some people have done it without agents, but I really would recommend getting an agent because they're able to negotiate fair contracts, because you guys know that this industry and so many other industries, you can easily be exploited if you don't know. So they negotiate your contract, handle call sheets, scheduling, all of that, which really makes it easy, and they get tons and tons of audition briefs, so you're able to get various opportunities. There are other ways. If you maybe have a connection to a producer who's producing a certain film or whatever, you can break in that way. But I guess the conventional way, no, not very conventional way, but a way that most people do is through joining agencies. Here internationally, everyone's gotta find an agent. Yeah, that's basically it. This is really just the starter kit on how to become an actor in terms of finding an agency, the things that are required to join an agency, the documentation, the things you've got to have prepared. Oh my gosh, I wish I didn't have to end this, because I feel like there's so much more that I want to speak about, expectations and all of that. But I do wish you guys all the best. Please shoot your shot now in January before the month ends. Look at all these different agencies and just shoot your shot. If you're talented, if you know you've got the skill, then do it. I also wanted to just share agencies that currently have open calls that I've seen. There might be more. And also, guys, if an agency doesn't have an open call, it doesn't mean you can't still apply. Like I said, most time in Jan is really the best time. Canvas Cam, the agency that I'm a part of, super cool, is currently having an open call for new talent. They need your CV, your headshot, and a monologue. So all the things that I've shared, go check them out. Canvas Cam, look at their social media platform. They've shared all of that, and the email where you need to send all of that to. Star Quality as well is also currently having an open call for different actors. They were looking for kids as well. I took my sibling for one of the auditions last week. And they're still looking for adults and all of that, so check them out. Mekhareng as well is looking for talent. They're looking for talent between 20 and 29, so check them out. And then, if you guys haven't seen as well, Black Brain is having an open casting call. They're not an agency, they're a production house that does some really incredible shows. That's also another way. Like I said, just doesn't have to always be through the agency, but it's the best way. But yeah, they're currently having an open casting call. I know they've already started with KZN. They're going to Eastern Cape next. After that, they're probably coming to Joburg, so look out on their social media pages and go and shoot your shot. And yeah, that's it from me, besties. I really hope this video was informative. Let me know if you have any other questions below. I am open to answering every and any question. If there are other stuff that you guys would like me to speak about within the acting industry, drop them down below. Like I said, this is my own personal experiences as well. I still have a long way to go, I know, but I'm hoping that really this video was as informative as it could be. I wish you guys all the best. I can't wait to see you guys in audition rooms. I can't wait to meet you guys on set. I can't wait to hear some success stories, and I can't wait to see some of you guys having booked roles. I love you all so much, and until the next one, bye.